Hey Virgo, it's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. I'm here doing a February 2017 love reading because I thought, why the hell not? I'm using my Crystal Visions Tarot because I think this is always a nice, I don't know, there's just something about this deck that I like to use for love readings. So let's jump in. Well, at the bottom of the deck is the Page of Cups, and this is a beautiful new beginning or offering in the feelings department, in the emotions department. You can see she's wading actually all the way into the water. So if you in the past previously have been maybe a little bit slow to share your feelings, or it takes you a while to like warm up to a relationship, I do think you're considering taking the plunge. So I don't know if potentially there's someone on the horizon if you aren't already with someone, or you've been with someone long enough that you're starting to feel secure enough in the relationship that you know you're right in there in your feelings, in your emotions, um, emotionally committed, emotionally invested. That's what I want to say in what's going on. Um, so for some of you, that's where you are. For some of you, that's where you've been, and it resulted in conflict. That relationship had resulted in conflict, and maybe didn't make it. And so we carry all of our old relationships into our new relationships, and it's, of course, you how can you not do that, because that's we're supposed to learn from our mistakes, right? But the problem is, um each relationship is new, and each new person is new and different, and there's we just have to be careful that we don't sort of create a self-fulfilling prophecy, because we're so sort of skittish or gun shy about our past relationships, that we're sort of super closely looking for red flags to the point where we sort of create situations that maybe aren't there. Um, and so what this Knight of Swords is saying, it's like, okay, we need to really change our thinking about how we approach relationships, and how we communicate in relationships. And the sword suit, they come in and cut away all that crap. They cut away, it's like, leave your emotional baggage from your old relationships behind. Like, take the wisdom with you, but leave the baggage behind. There's no room for that in the new relationship, because it's just going to contaminate it with new the new relationship with old issues that, this person, they don't have anything to do with your issues with someone else. So don't try to be mindful about not bringing baggage from the past into your new relationship. And it's so hard because no one wants to get hurt, but the only way to know if a relationship's going to work out is to actually wade in that water, to get in there and see how it goes. Oh, you have the page. Everyone has these interesting cards, and this is a new beginning and something you're inspired, you're passionate about. For those of you that maybe had a relationship in the past and you sort of shut down, and maybe new relationships never really get off the ground because you may not realize you've created a block, because you just don't want to go here anymore. You don't want to be in conflict with someone you're in a relationship with. You want it to be nice and supportive. Of course, we can't, you know you can't have a relationship without having some conflict, but it's like you're just kind of like in your head on some level, okay, relationships equal conflict. And it's like you have to really consciously get that thinking out of your head. And I do believe something something is going to come in. You have these two new beginnings, these two offers, and this one's something, it's passion, it's creativity, it's something that's inspired, and this is, an emotional new beginning. So definitely some new beginnings for you guys. The tide, things are turning around. Your fortune is changing, is turning around. And I think for some of you, it has been a long time coming. But it's been worth it because you have this bad boy. This is the happily ever after card. Now, I always bring this up when this card comes up, so you probably heard this if you've watched my videos and it's come up, but everyone's idea of a happy family is different. So for some people, it's living with someone and having dogs and never getting married. It's for some people, it's getting married and having kids and what you see here, but you have to be clear about what you're happily ever after and what your significant other's happily ever after. Because if this is yours and theirs is not that, then you have to be careful. Maybe some of the strife in the past has been because your expectations differ, and maybe you haven't had the tough conversations ahead of time to really see where everyone stands. Not that it's your fault or anyone's fault, but people have these expectations they bring into relationships, and you just assume the other person knows what you want, and that's often not the case. We're not mind readers. People aren't mind readers. So, this is a card too about communication. So try communicating differently in your relationships. Try being sort of more open. It's hard because you have those conversations and you're like, oh, I can't have that conversation. It could run the risk of ruining the relationship. But if it's something that could ruin the relationship, then if you don't say something, then resentment's going to build, and it probably won't be sustainable anyway. You know what I'm saying? But you have some beautiful cards here. You have new beginnings, and you're going to be feeling passionate. So maybe you're going to get your spark back, your mojo back if you've lost it. You definitely have, with 2 pages and a knight, offers coming in. And things really can turn in matters of the heart this month for you, and in sort of a profound way. So even like if you're single, or even if you don't definitely meet someone, something about like these two are going together, something about the way you're thinking is going to set yourself up for a new experience in how you approach relationships moving forward, so that you are better prepared and more open and ready to be in here in these emotions, no longer alone, but with someone else. You'll be prepared to go there again, to open yourself up again for something new. So that's a pretty beautiful reading, Virgo. I'm sorry I may have inadvertently forgot to do your love reading. I did notice it last night, but I was too late to do it, so I had to wait till I got off work today. So I apologize. Yours is a little late. And I hope you have a great February. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.